Audio Jungle.
You probably don't know, that's when Keys to the Streets was active, and that's how I met him. He was
poking. It's a Facebook group, correct?
Yeah, Facebook group.
Okay,
yeah. Facebook, and that's how we started. We started talking for Facebook.
So y'all were just talking on the Facebook group, and how long from you talking to the Facebook group to you actually meeting him?
I talked to him for 3 years, like on the phone. I didn't talk to him on the Facebook group. We actually had exchanged numbers, and I used to talk to him on the phone, like here and there. I talked to him for 3 years, and I met him I met him last year. I met him last year, like in person.
So what took y'all so long to meet each other?
I didn't want to talk to him because I was scared to talk to him because of everything that was going on with him. And he asked
about his beefs in the street and stuff.
Yeah, he asked me that, and I was just like, you got a lot of good stuff going on. And actually, he used to contact my mama to see if he could take me on dates. My mom used to ask, why you on a date with him? I was like, I'm scared. I don't want to be with him. If something happened, I just, I try to.
So you were weary of hanging around him because of the beef he had in the streets?
Yeah.
Okay. And the people that are trying to connect that with saying that y'all were all friends with people he didn't like, is that correct or not correct?
That's incorrect.
So pictures that people pulling up, I think it was Jackie.
My sister used to hang with Yellow. She rapped with him. We went to school with him. I went to school with him, and I went to school with him just my freshman year in Lancaster. But I was never cool with him. Like, I never hung out with him or nothing like that. Talked to him, none of that. Him and my sister had a relationship, but my sister and him stopped having a relationship like way back in 2012.
So that's all that she was old, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's old. Like, my sister stopped being friends with him. He started doing his music, and
So they're not friends to this day?
No, they're not friends.
Okay, so back to you and Mo3. So it took y'all 3 years to actually sit down and, actually get together. You were weary about him being in all this beef. So when you finally got with Mo3, tell me about y'all relationship from the point you met him to the point of his passing.
When I met him off of Facebook, from seeing him on the internet, I thought, oh, this boy got something going on. Like, but then when I met him and I got to get to know him, like, he was actually cool. Like, he was funny. Like, he just was genuine. He was just like a regular person. Like, he didn't act like your average rapper, like famous, all stuck up. Like, he act like when I met him and stuff, he came to Mama house the first time I met him.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I was like,
so it was just like a friendship, or was it like more, I like you and you like me?
Yeah, it was a friendship. It was like, I like you and you like me, but it was, we were vibing. Like, it was like a friend. We was friends.
Okay. Did you ever become more than friends with him?
And what do you mean by that? Like, did we get a relationship with each other?
Was there, I mean, I'm pretty sure, it's pretty obvious you probably had some physical stuff there, but what I'm asking is, was there a relationship as far as, we're dating or we're talking or we're trying to see what's up?
Yeah.
Okay, so were y'all boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, we was not boyfriend and girlfriend. We had not established that we was going together and we was in a relationship. We was like, know each other.
So y'all were just in the getting to know each other phase in person?
Yeah. Because I had so long, I talked to him on the phone for 3 years. Like, I actually used to talk to him. Like, I just never went out in public with him or went and met him. But so we was getting to know each other, like, in person and stuff like that.
You cut out. You froze, Jocy. You froze. There you go. I got you now. Okay. So let me ask you a question then. Okay, so since you and him were talking at this time, and y'all are trying to see yourself and pursue something, what was your relationship like with your baby's father?
I haven't been with my kid's dad in 3 years. Okay. And when I say
the whole 3 years you were talking to Mo3, you had never dealt with your baby's father?
No.
Okay. And what was your relationship with your baby father the whole time? Were y'all just co-parenting or not speaking, or?
Co-parenting and not speaking. Like, me and my kid's father, we never had a good, even when we was together, we didn't have a good relationship. So when we ended, the co-parenting relationship was even not a good co-parenting relationship. It was always him bashing me on the internet. Like, if we'll get into it, he'll go to the internet and talk about me and stuff like that. Like, So I just never, it was a physical, it was an abusive relationship that I was in. So I just decided to go my separate way, and I didn't deal with him on no type of level, sexually, friendly, nothing. It was just all about my kids.
Okay. So that's all I want to touch with on that subject. So my next question to you is, what was Mo3's energy like the night before in the morning that he left?
His energy was just talking like he always do, like we normally do. We always talk. Like we just had to come. We talked about. He showed me his old videos that he recorded in North Dallas. We talked about King Von. We talked about my kids. We just, his energy was just his regular energy.
So he just
He
be a
wasn't
normal
sad.
Mo3.
Yeah, he wasn't sad or nothing. We laughed. We talked for a pretty good time. We talked for about probably like an hour. Like we always talk. So he
So
was
the night
talking
he
to me.
came to your house, he spent the night at your house, correct?
Yes, he spent the night at my house.
So y'all just kicked it, had a good time, and then
Yeah.
the next morning he was still acting normal, like nothing. It was just a normal Mo3.
Yeah.
He didn't seem paranoid or feel like something's gonna happen to him or nothing like that.
He seemed it. Some of his words that he used when he was talking to me, like he was saying that my son was going to remember that he talked to a rapper. Like some of that it always stick with me, because I'm like, why he say he gonna remember he talked to a rapper? Like,
When did he say this?
he said that when he was at my house the day that we talked that morning. He was like, he gonna remember his mama was talking to a rapper.
So he said
And
it like it was.
yeah, and I
He,
was just thinking, like, where you gonna go? I was thinking to myself, like, where you gonna go? Why he gonna be remembering? Like, where will you be? That's what I was thinking to myself, but it didn't really resonate until after he left. And I'd be thinking about stuff like that, and I'm like, dang, like he was a spiritual person. Like, even though he talked about a lot of stuff in his songs, like he knew God. So I'm sure he probably knew, because he knew right from
so
wrong.
you felt like he was acting a little off, just a tad, but he was being
Yeah,
Mo3, but just a little.
yeah.
Like basically, he was telling you this is it. You know, this
I
ain't
don't
gonna
know.
remember.
I can't necessarily say if he was or not. It's just something that always sits with me. I can't say or not if he was saying this is it. It's just,
Was it typical for Mo3 to leave your house early in the morning, or would y'all kick it during the day, or how would it usually go? Because was that his
I was,
only time spending the night, or had he
no,
spent the night more?
he's spent the night over my house several different times. And I don't think it was early that morning. I think he left like around 12 or 1. But he never just got up and left my house. We always talk. Like it wasn't a relationship where he'll come over there and we do what we do and he leave. Like we actually had a friendship. Like we talked about stuff. So it wasn't like that, oh, I'm gone, get what I need, and I leave. Like we always
So
talk.
y'all hung out and
Yeah.
y'all were like real friends.
Yeah.
I got you. So on a typical time that he would spend the night with you, it would be he would leave around 12. You said he would leave around usually 12 or 1, never early in the morning.
Different times, like it depending on what he had to do. I mean, he was a rapper. He was an entertainer, so he had different things that he had going on. So
So on
sometimes
this particular day, was he like you said he left? What time did he leave your house that morning?
I think he left for that afternoon, like around 1. I think 1 or 12 afternoon, probably 12. It wasn't early in the morning.
Okay. Okay. And what was the last thing he said to you?
Bye. I'm
He was just
calling
like,
you. I'm calling you. Yeah, I'm calling you.
already.
What you got
Now,
to do? I'm gonna call you. That stuff like that.
okay. Now, how has life been for you since the passing of Mo3? Explain to me, and I want you to tell everybody that's watching you, how has Jocy Banks' life been since Mo3 died?
Sad. Just overwhelming, because people blaming me for his death,
Why do you think they're doing that?
because he was leaving my house, and people gonna be people, and they're gonna speculate, and they're gonna try to find somebody to blame.
And what would you have to gain out of this?
I wouldn't have nothing to gain out of it. I genuinely, that was my friend. Even before I met him in person, he still was my friend. He still talked to me and told me stuff. So meeting him in person wasn't like it was something, I wasn't shy to meet him or nothing. It's just like we had finally met. Like we just clicked on that level. Like we just bonded. Like, because we had already was talking to each other on the phone for so long. Like I cared about him. I don't care for what amount of money. I never set nobody up. So life for me have been just it's been just, I don't know, like I didn't even have time to grieve. I had people going on the internet. I had a girl that I worked with went on the internet and lied on me and said I put money on her head. It just was just too much. It's just been, so I've been dealing with it day by day. You know, I have my mom and I have my sisters and I got my brother and I got my daddy and I have my other family members, and they've been helping me get through it, but it's hard.
Has it just been you catching a lot of slack, you know, a lot of slack for this, or has it just been you? Has your whole family been getting like some? How's it been for everybody?
My sisters caught slack for it as well. After Queen went live and said that we had something to do with it, my sisters was getting attacked as well. I don't know if they was receiving death threats like me, but people was actually sending me death threats and saying they was gonna kill me. They hope I die. Just a lot of stuff like that I'm not even used to. So, and knowing that I don't have nothing to do with it, and it was hurtful.
So the Queen lady, I thought, see, at first that kind of confused me. I'm glad you brought it up. I thought that y'all were on the same side at first. I thought that y'all, it was cool and you did a live with her. Like, I didn't understand how you sat down and did a live with someone and then spinned into that.
Okay, so we was cool with, when I did the live with Queen, I genuinely thought that Queen was real when I did the live with her. First mistake, she wasn't. I should have listened to my mama. And at that moment, I can honestly say it wasn't my live. I was in a state of shock. I had never lost nobody that close to me. So when I did the live with Queen, I was just really, I feel like I did it trying to help, to see what happened to him. And I thought that she could summon him somehow and talk to him and he could tell her what happened to him and who did it. That's what I thought was going to happen. But I know now that Queen didn't do that live from a genuine place. She did it to get her following up and to get people to come follow her so that she can make money. Because even after he did his reading with her, he told me that he had nightmares and that she was reaching out to him to do an event with him so that people can come and get readings. And he was like, I'm not writing that lady back. And he was telling me that his mama told him that he shouldn't be doing that. It's not godly. And he was like, his auntie called him, was like, don't be getting a reading from her. So I wish that I didn't do that live with Queen. It just really backfired in the worst way.
See, you feel like she was malicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't. Like it was all for clout.
Yeah. It didn't come from a genuine place.
So in that live, someone says, your homeboy dead, it's time to pop bottles. And that's how she spent it. What was that about?
Queen, she merged the audio. She made an audio from someone's live that said that, and she merged those audios together.
So that was not from your residence.
That was not from my residence.
Who was it?
Who was what?
They said that, like, where did she get that from?
The person that was on the live.
He was on the freeway. He know. He from Dallas.
The other rapper.
We're not saying no names. You know.
Yeah.
So she took audio from that rapper and put it in the video she did with y'all?
Yes.
Ain't nobody cool with that person over here.
Yeah. I don't know him. I never met him before ever in my life.
You never met the other rapper?
Yeah, I never met him before. He don't know me. I don't know him.
Y'all have never had one conversation?
We've never had one conversation. I've never seen him in person. He don't know me. I don't know him. I promise to God.
Never so met anybody who's trying to connect you and him in this whole situation, that's BS, is what you're saying?
Well, that's BS. Never met him. He can't. He
so nobody will be able to find nothing on you with that guy ever.
Oh.
Okay.
Searching.
Why do you feel like your name has not been cleared publicly?
I feel like my name wasn't cleared. I know that my name wasn't cleared because of an album sale. I was never suspect in the first place. When I found out that Mo3 had passed away, I called the detectives and told them that he was in my house. They never had to come look for me. I called them, he left my house. What do I need to do to help? Because he was leaving with me.
So you were cooperating 100% fully when this started?
And from the start.
Okay. And the detectives never questioned you like you were a suspect?
They never basically suspect. I even gave them my phone. They didn't even, I volunteered my phone for them to look through my phone. I was never a suspect.
So you say it was about an album sale. What would make you think it would be about an album sale?
Because that was told to me.
Who told you that?
That's what Rainwater told me. That he didn't want to hear my name because Mo3 prophesied his death with that Money Maya song.
Why are people connecting you and Money Maya? Are you Money Maya?
I'm not Money Maya. And if you listen to Rain interviews and he tell you Mo3 spoke highly of them, he spoke highly of her, he spoke highly of her sisters. Is he speaking highly of Money Maya in the song?
No.
He said Money Maya is a snake bitch, and she set niggas up and get paid to go on trips, and she goes to funerals. I don't know. I ain't never been to nobody's funeral. Go to my page. I haven't been to no funerals.
Who is Money Maya?
I can't disclose. I don't know who Money Maya is. And if I do have an idea, I wouldn't put nobody's life in danger. I'm not that type.
But you do feel like, but you do have an idea who you think it is.
Yes, but I'm not gonna put nobody's life in danger. In this whole situation, my life was in danger, and I have kids, and I have people that was threatening me. I wouldn't want to put that on nobody else. That's not the type of energy I want to be getting from people. People think that this not the type of attention that I want to have for being known to be setting up somebody, getting somebody killed. No.
Okay. So you say Rainwater basically told you were asking him to clear your name, and he said, I'm not doing it because I want people to basically think you Money Maya, and we're gonna sell this album.
He said that he didn't say that that he wanted them to basically think that, but yeah.
He insinuated it.
Brought up the Money Maya song though. So yeah, I guess you can say that, yeah. Basically.
You recently go ahead, I'm sorry.
So what were you gonna say?
You recently did a live on Instagram, and you recently did a live on Instagram, and you were like, Rain was saying all this about 3. Rain was talking down on him. Rain said he had his clothes on. He was stretched out on the freeway. He's embarrassed. Look at you. You tend over pussy. You're weak and behind these women. You say that Rainwater said that about 3.
Yeah, true.
He told you this.
Told me and my little sister this.
And when was this?
Probably like a couple of days after Mo3 passed away.
What would make him say something like that though?
I don't know. And that's what it always that one when he said that look at you now embarrassed, stretched out in the middle of the freeway did. I would always stick in my mind. Because why are you even thinking about that? Who would say that if that's your friend, that's your partner, you would be sad at that moment. You wouldn't even be thinking everything else is irrelevant at that point.
Well, he said that he left the funeral because, when he said he left the funeral, he said leaving, after the funeral and everything was over, he went to do an interview because he was ready to get back to work, put them back on top. So you also been thinking that he's moving a little sus too, right?
I think that Rainwater is suspect just because, even if he's not suspect, I wouldn't say that he was a good friend to Mo3. He wasn't a good manager because of the things that he said about him, the way he talked about him was just something that a friend wouldn't do. And the things that he told me and the fact that he went on his interview and said that Mo3 was private and this and that, as if I have never went online and put me and Mo3's business online and said anything about us sexually or what he done for me. And it's just like you continue to, I don't know. It's just like he trying to use me as a scapegoat. That's how I feel.
Do you feel like he's using Mo3's death to benefit?
Yeah. He do more interviews than his artist interview. Every time I look up, it's him talking about the Money Maya or talking about it's always him. I feel like he lived for mess and he just lived for publicity. I feel like he put it in Mo3's head that publicity would sell albums, but it wasn't the right publicity. It was always the messy kind.
What did Mo3 talk to you about Rainwater? Has he ever said anything to you about Rainwater?
He never talked about him bad. Only thing he told me about Rainwater is that he was a habitual liar and he go behind his back and try to talk to females that he was talking to.
I asked him, has he ever tried to deal with a woman that Mo3 was with? He said no.
Yes, he have.
And you know that to be true?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Rainwater is a habitual liar.
So you feel do you feel like he played a part in it?
I honestly, he called him the night and the morning of, and I don't want to put that out there and say that I feel like he is, but it's something about him, man. I don't know if that's just his character, but he's not right. He ain't right. He should have been man.
You say he called him the night before in the morning of. Now, was he asking questions? Did he acting weird, or was he just?
He asked him where he was at, and he told him where he was at. I'm at Jocy's house. Called him that morning. I'm at Jocy. They were supposed to go do a movie scene for the Triple D Revenge movie, and he called him for that.
And
He
that was
called
it.
him. Yep, he
He-
called him. He
Go ahead.
called him that morning to see where he was at because they had the Triple D Revenge movie, little scene for him to do. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, all I can say is that the truth gonna come to the light. So if he did play a part, everybody gonna get their karma. Everybody gonna get their karma. Everybody that played a part. So if he is a snake, snakes get their head cut off. All I know is that he wasn't a good friend. He talked about his friend behind his back. He said he was embarrassed, stretched out on the freeway. He told me
And
he
you
had on
say,
his outfit.
did he have on his outfit?
He said he told me that he had on his outfit. Mo3 didn't tell me that was Rainwater outfit, but Rainwater told me that it was his outfit. And I'm just like, what the hell?
He said it was. He told me all he had on was his jacket. That's what he told me.
Nah, he had on a jumpsuit, so it couldn't have
So
been.
the jacket matched the pants, is what you're saying.
The jacket matched the pants. They also got into an argument in California before he came to Dallas, where Rainwater told me and my sister that he told Mo3 it's not about who's the toughest, it's about who lasts the longest.
Who told you this?
Rainwater told me this.
He said the argument in Cali never happened.
The argument in Cali happened because he took Mo3 to the hood without protection. The argument in Cali happened.
How did Mo3 feel about that?
He was pissed off. He said he wanted to punch him. He said he wanted to beat him up because he felt like he was putting him in danger. He didn't know that he was doing a feature with somebody from California, and he had told him that the video was at a warehouse, but ended up taking him to some apartments in the hood. And he was like, I don't like going to places without protection, and I don't know where I'm at, and I got jewelry and stuff on and stuff. And he was like, that don't, they got into an argument about that. And I brought that up to Rain when I talked to him today. When he talked about him, he like, I told 3, it ain't about who the toughest, it's about who lasts the longest. And I was just like,
why would you say that to your friend?
Yeah, why would you say, like, what? And then with him passing away, with him being gone, with him saying that, I just didn't like that. Like, because I just was like, so what you saying, that you lasted or something? Like, what are you what you getting at?
So for anybody that's watching here today, what's the message you want to get out to them? What do you want to say to everybody that you haven't been able to say?
I want to say that I cared about Mo3. I genuinely cared about him. That was my friend. Never entertained the beef he was in. I always tried to steer him in the right direction and tell him to be the bigger person and tell him not to entertain the beef, because I feel like he was so talented and I wanted him to win because so many people in the city wanted to see him lose. So I wanted to see him win, and the fact that he didn't care that everybody was against him, he still continued to do him, and he continued to strive and keep doing his music. And that's what I liked about him. He didn't care that everybody was against him. And I genuinely wanted him to win. I genuinely cared about him. And I would never, ever in my life would have did nothing to hurt him, harm him, set him up, none of that. I had too much love for him. It's just, I wouldn't do that, ever, to anybody.
Did he ever talk to you about what the death of Roy Lee did to him?
It hurt him.
Do you think that's where he took a turn for the worse there, like mentally?
Yeah. He
So
did.
you think the Roy Lee death
Like
really turned him up?
Yeah. It did. And actually, like, him losing his friend did too. And then then I knew that it was just like, it just was the path of destruction was just already there. It was already laid.
And did you ever talk to him about it?
Yeah, I talked to him about it. And I told him to move. I told him to move to out of town. I was trying to get him to move to Atlanta, to California. I was like, go out of town, get out the city. Like, go do your music out of town. Like Dallas, a bunch of crabs in a bucket. Like, go out of town, man.
What did he say to you?
He was like, at the time when I told him that's when he was in Atlanta with Boosie. And he was like, I'm gonna stay out here with Boosie. I'm in Atlanta right now. And he was like, I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna only be coming out there to see my kids and stuff. And I was like, okay. But when we started talking and stuff, he was planning on moving out of town, but he didn't get the chance to.
Now, before he came to see you, is that when he came back from California?
Yes.
And that's when him and Rainwater had the argument in California?
Yes.
And Rainwater starts blowing him up when he's in town because he
didn't blow him up. He just called him that one time that night, and then he called him the next morning. But he didn't blow his phone up. He just called him and asked him where he was at, and he told him. And then he called him the next morning. But I was figuring he just, I don't know what type of relationship they had. So I don't know.
So was 3 still mad about that little Cali incident at that point?
He wasn't mad like acting mad towards him or nothing like that, but he told me that he was mad when he told me about the argument. He was like, he pissed me off. Like, why would you bring me out here with no protection? Like, I don't know these people. Like, I don't know what they'll do to me. So, but it wasn't like he was holding a grudge against him about it, you know?
But he was chilling. He was still doing business.
Yeah.
You mentioned in your live video that everyone knows Rain Snake.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like he's a snake?
I feel like he's a snake. I feel like he's a fake. I feel like he's drama. He's a liar. He messy. He just all of it. Like he just like I didn't know him. I didn't know him when I was talking to Mo3. Even when I was talking to him for 3 years, I never knew him or met him until he passed away. So I didn't know what type of person. I had to find out what type of person he was after the tragedy, and finding out about him, just like I wish I knew about you before this, because I would have tried to talk him into not even being around you. Like you.
So you just feel like he was just bad energy from Mo3?
Bad energy. Like every time I would try to say something positive to him about something, it's just like he'll try to down it with a negative. If I try to say something positive about him, he'll try to come back with something negative to say, and I didn't like that. Like, what's your issue?
So you feel like he just always trying to pick. He's just always trying to find something to be drama about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So did Mo3 ever tell you what type of nightmares he was having? You say he kept having nightmares after that reading.
He didn't tell me that he didn't tell me what his nightmares was about, but he told me that he's had dreams of shooting dice with the oppositions.
He was just shooting.
But he didn't ever tell me. Yeah.
Just shooting dice in a dream.
Yeah. But he didn't tell me about the nightmares. No, he didn't tell me about that. But he did say I had nightmares. Like I had nightmares after that reading. And after that, he never brought back up the nightmares after that, actually.
He only talked about that one time.
Yeah. He was just telling me don't do it.
He told you not to get the reading?
Camera, I'm trying to look into the camera.
You said he told you not to do the reading?
Yeah, he told me not to do the reading. He was like, don't do that, Jocelyn. I had nightmares. He was like, after I had that reading, I had nightmares. Don't do it.
So after you spoke with that lady, did anything weird happen with you?
Nothing weird. Yeah, weird stuff happened. All of this happened. Everybody attacking me. Shit, the devil being busy since then. But I still talk to her though. Oh. I'm saying, you talking about after the reading, after Mo3 passed away?
Yeah, after that.
Yeah. All of this stuff happened. It's just like I started getting attacked by people. She went on live and was saying that we had something to do with it. And so yeah.
And you never talked to this lady before that?
I've never talked to her before. My sister talked to her, but before that day, I've never talked to her or had a reading, nothing.
And she was typically cool with them, or?
No, my sister literally found her on Facebook, like seeing her giving somebody a reading on Facebook.
Oh, so she's supposed to test it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Like, and she wasn't his spiritual advisor. That was the only time she gave him a reading. He never called her and talked to her about anything. No, he talked to her that one time. He had nightmares, and that was it. She was trying to reach out.
So she lied about everything.
Yeah, she lied. Yes.
And you feel like she used y'all to get to what? Like she used y'all as pawns in her little game.
Yeah. Yep. For following.
Okay.
Her following shot up. She used it for following. It didn't come from a genuine place of, oh, I'm a Mo. She didn't even know who he was when she did his reading. All of a sudden, she wasn't even answering the phone for him or writing him back when he would write her. She was like, he was like, I'm trying to get in contact with this lady. She not writing me back. She not even contacting me back. I'm trying to get in contact with her, and she wouldn't write him back and stuff.
Do you want justice for Mo3?
Yeah, I want justice for him.
Do you feel like it's over, that they got the people, it's done, or do you?
Nope, I don't feel like it's over.
You think there's more to come?
It's definitely more to come. I feel like God is going to reveal everybody. I feel like, and even if he don't reveal everybody, I feel like everybody gonna have their day, whether they under the jail or they in the ground. Everybody gonna have their day, because karma gonna come around. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly.
So, yeah, you definitely feel like it's not done, that nigga. We should still be doing what we're doing, and we still should be pressing the issue.
I mean, I don't feel like the bloggers should press the issue just because, pressing the issue, I feel like y'all pressing the issue is not going to do nothing for them. You know, I just feel like that's just keeping up a lot of confusion and all of that stuff, and getting his fans all in the uproar and stuff. Like, I just want the people that's doing their job to do their job and bring everybody to justice, because it's just an emotional situation, even for his family and his kids. So, you know, I try not to even follow the blogs and follow the interviews. Lately, I have, though, since the blog that came out before his album. Lately, I've been following, but before that, I haven't followed them because I just don't want to see the negativity. Like, I've been through enough. We're going through people saying me and my sisters had something to do with him getting set up. So I just try not to even think about it, because I can't even think about the good things because of all of this bad shit that's going on.
I do got a really good question though, without saying any names about that situation. That blogger that that y'all dealt with,
Mm-hmm.
how did it spin from a person looking like they're protecting you? Oh, these are my babies. That these girls are innocent. To switching the whole entire narrative to saying you were in the car with him. Is what I heard. I heard that, and all type of stuff that you were guilty. And y'all are all going to jail. How did it go from that to that?
Honestly, I really feel like Rainwater paid that blogger off, and that's why I did my live, and I was upset because when that blogger did that, and that's what the reason why I feel like that is because, like you said, he was saying that we didn't have nothing to do with it for 5 months. He was saying we had nothing to do with it. He was ready to go to bat for us, and then a day before the album drop, all of a sudden he's saying that we got something to do with it, and it was just like a slap in the face. It was just like people had just started to leave me alone and not mess with me. So when that blogger did that, it's just like it was November all over again. And I was just like so upset because I had been asking Rainwater to clear my name. When I first talked to him after Mo3 passed away, he called me and he told me, he said, I know that you did not have nothing to do with this. He spoke highly of you. I know you didn't have nothing to do with it and all of that stuff. And I had been asking him for the longest to clear my name, and he never cleared my name in all the months. And people left me, and I left it alone. I was just like, you know what? He was telling me he was going to go on platforms and clear my name and stuff. He had told me, then he told me one time to wait after the album release. The album was supposed to release what, in December? It was originally was supposed to release in December. And he was like, wait till after the album dropped because 3 prophesied to death and I'll clear your name. And so then when the blogger did that and I see him still not clearing my name, I was just like, this is just, I had it at that point. Like, I had it at that point. Like, no.
Now, were you ever on any of those lives speaking to him personally? Or was that
Nope.
your sisters?
I never spoke with him personally on live.
So you haven't spoken to anyone since this happened?
Nope.
So this is your first time speaking to anyone?
This is my first time doing a interview with anybody.
Right on. Well, I'm really glad you chose RatchetTV, and I feel like you getting your message out there. I mean, is there anything else you want people to know? Is there anything you want to say about you, Mo3, the situation, anything?
I think I said everything I need to say. All I want to say, I guess, is, like I said, everybody gonna reap what they sow. Everybody gonna reap what they sow. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm not Money Maya. I was Mo3 friend. I genuinely cared about him. Stop inboxing me, attacking me about it. Because if he was alive, I'm sure this wouldn't even be going on. This wouldn't be going on. He would have been clearing my name. He would have been said I didn't have nothing to do with it. So at the end of the day, everybody gonna reap what they sow. Everybody gonna get what they deserve. If Rainwater played a part, he's gonna get what he deserves. So that's all I have to say.
Well, Jocelyn Banks, I'm very glad you came down here. You did this interview with RatchetTV. We appreciate you, and much love to you.
Thank
And
you.
stay safe out there.
Thank you.
RatchetTV loves you. No problem.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Good
You
night.
too. Good night. It's RatchetTV, man. That was Jocelyn Banks. Man, that was a deep and a dope interview, man. So RatchetTV comments. I didn't read no comments during the interview for a reason. I was just chilling. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that interview me and Jocy just did. Should I bring people? No, I don't even want to bring people up to talk about it. I don't even want to bring people up. We're not gonna do that. But I think it was a dope interview. I think we got some really dope content out of the interview. And you were rocking with the hottest, and I do mean the hottest, blogger in Dallas, bro. She ain't spoke to nobody, not one person. But she spoke to RatchetTV. That'll tell you something. Shout out to all my people out there, man. We're gonna go live later tonight, and I'll bring people up later tonight, but not on this live. I don't wanna, we're just gonna leave it there. And I want everybody to let me know what y'all thought about this interview. RatchetTV, it's the king. No. It's the king! Too little, not talking about RatchetTV. Hey, I'm the realest nigga in this, bro. I'm the realest nigga in this, bro. Hey, to all them bloggers that's trying to strike channels and stuff like that, look, you can't fake this, bro. I'm the hottest show on YouTube. You can't fake this, man. Strike all you want to. You can't fake this, man. But you pump faking. I'm the hottest.